match reaction, of course. Liverpool drawing 0-0 at Crystal Palace. An absolute shit show. Shit show tonight, guys. What a bored draw. One of the worst games I've seen in a long time. Just going to come on for a quick reaction. I did a quick video a few minutes ago, but absolute shit show, guys. So hit that like button. Let's get a few people in. We're going to have a beer. Try get some enjoyment out of this, but I'm sure it won't be that enjoying. I think BBC put a comment out earlier saying that there will be no highlights of the Liverpool Crystal Palace game because they couldn't find any. So you know what I mean. Obviously, there was no highlights there. We had one or two chances off the post, but realistically, we looked all over the shop. And the thing about Liverpool at the moment is, if you're not good enough going forward against them, they'll give you chances. You know what I mean? We'll actually give you chances. But at the moment, OMG, where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? When you looked at the starting lineup, you had Alisson, you had Matip, you had Van Dijk, you had Robertson, you had Trent. In midfield, you had Milner, you had, Naby Keita. Wow. Have we missed him? Probably not. He did nothing tonight. He really did nothing tonight. He was absolute all over the shop. He really was. And Milner, at least Milner tries. You have to say that about him. He'll give you 100%. A 37-year-old giving you 100%. And up front it was Hakpo, Salah and Jota. Poor Jota looked lost, to be fair, didn't he? Jota looked absolutely lost. But we're all over the shop at the moment. Where do we go from here? That's the question. The next 10-15 minutes. Hit that like button. Hit the share. We're going to just let loose here for 15-20 minutes. As I say, there was more highlights in Harvey Elliott's hair tonight than there would be a match of the day. Let's put it that way. Match of the day would be an absolute shit show tonight. Not worth watching at all. So, who have we got in? Mick Dunn is in. Mick, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you are well. Eamon Kelly. Klopp said it was a good point. Seamus Moore, good point. There was no point in saying that it was a good point. The way at Palace used to be a good point, but we had a really good record. I don't think Klopp has lost at Selhurst Park. He still hasn't lost at Selhurst Park, but we are absolutely shocking, says Michael Dunn. We were even worse than absolutely shocking. We were all over the shop. Look, we're absolutely all over the shop. And where do we go from here? We've Wolves midweek on Wednesday night at Anfield, and then we've United. Which is going to be wow, So let me just check something here for a second, guys. 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. You're back, yeah, we're back. But that's my little girl texting me there. She has a little iPhone. She can text me and stuff like that. She's probably looking for a charger, but I'm doing a little show here, an instant match reaction. As I say, oh my God. At last, a clean sheet. Oh my God, Lavagna, a clean sheet. I just text John Octerberg there saying at least Alisson got a clean sheet. Yeah, that's the only good point to come out of it. You get 1 point in a clean sheet. But really, guys, do we want more than that? Absolutely want more than that. Wasn't good enough on the night. Didn't do enough to win the game. Palace could have won it themselves. Absolute dog shy. Mick Dunn in the house, all in the chat. Yeah, we're going to stay on for a little while. I'm going to have a beer here. Try to get something out of my system. But that was absolute shit show. Match of the day, forget about it. I wouldn't even watch it, as you say. There's probably no highlights anyway. They're all in Harvey's hair. No highlights tonight, guys. That was absolute shit show. And the big question for me is, where do we go from here? Do we write the season off and say, right, regroup and go again, spend money, hopefully, and get players in the summer and go again? But top four is going to be tough. It doesn't look like we want top four. That's the big thing for me. It doesn't look like we want it. It doesn't look like the players want it. There was no swagger out there tonight. There was nothing out there tonight. They're playing for Liverpool Football Club. They're on big wages, guys, big contracts. But it does not look like that, does it? United next weekend, next Sunday. Tomorrow week at Anfield. That'd be a different game. I think that game takes care of itself. Similar to the City game when we beat City 1-0. Those games take care of themselves. I'd be less worried about the United game than it would be the Wolves game Wednesday night. And we know all about the Wolves. It's a bit of a groundhog day with Wolves and Brighton. We seem to play them every week. So that would be more of a problem for me. Trent is in the house. Trent lines. We took Trent off and lost the fire creativity. Trent didn't have a good game, though. He kept on getting caught, didn't he? He kept on getting caught. I think we killed the atmosphere with the way we played, says Klopp, Eamon Kelly. I did see that. I did hear him say that would kill the atmosphere. Imagine paying all that money to get down to London, to travel all the way from Liverpool or wherever you're coming from to go to Crystal Palace to watch that shite on a Saturday night, 7:45. Big money to watch that. I'd be looking for me money back from LFC. I'd be looking for me money back. Me plane fare, train fare, whatever it is, and ticket fare. Trent made too many mistakes. He deserved to be taken off. Yep, he did. He was all over the shop. I just do not know what's wrong. Maybe it's structural. Maybe it's the system doesn't suit. Maybe it needs a system change. Maybe it needs a system change. I'm not looking forward to playing United the weekend. Look, that's a bit away. I mean, we have to play we have to play Wolves on Wednesday night. We've got to get some result again. Wolves, we've got to beat Wolves. I mean, if you don't beat Wolves, the United game becomes a fucking, say must win. But I mean, yeah. And there's one team I want to win every season, and that's Man United. I want to beat them every fucking season. They beat us 2-1 earlier in the season after us being absolutely, brilliant against them in recent years. But my God, that was absolutely shite tonight. Doug, the Doug Football Channels, and that was mind-numbingly dull. It absolutely, Doug. I mean, it's even more than that. I mean, you could shout, you could curse like some channels we know. It's not worth it though. Why waste your energy? I mean, these boys are on big money. They haven't been doing it all season. It's not just tonight, of course, but they just haven't been doing it. At least we didn't lose the fucking game. You know what I mean? But 0-0 away to Palace. Palace aren't even in good shape at the moment. We didn't do anything in that game. Trent, Gomez, Naby and Hendo have to go in the summer, says Mick Dunn. Look, there's a few players need to go. I mean, Trent, you would think Naby and Ox are going to go on free anyway. They're going to be gone. Henderson must be looking over his shoulder now. Club captain, I mean, he's just not doing it. Fabinho, who came on, I think he got booked within 2 minutes, 3 minutes from coming on. He was moonwalking again in midfield. Looks like he's going forward, but he's actually going backwards. So there's so much to fix. I said it today. I said it yesterday. One window will not do it for Liverpool. We'll need 2 or 3 windows to fix this. If we want to get back to anywhere near the top table, we'll need 2 or 3. It will not be fixed quickly. People keep saying, bring 3 or 4 players in the summer, spend all this money, bring Jude Bellingham, etc., etc., etc. I think it's structural. I think it's more than one summer's window could do. I just cannot see one window sorting out all problems. Yes, they'll help us to move forward. It will be a big help to get 3 or 4 players in or whatever, but it's 2 or 3 windows for me. Tommy Walker in the house. At least we won the rugby today. It was a brilliant game, actually. I'll tell you what, Italy have come on. Italy are a much better side than a lot of people give them credit. I mean, France were lucky to beat them. I think it was only 4 or 5 points when France beat them. We made a lot of chances today, but just couldn't take them. But won in the end, 20-34, and I'll take it. Next up is Scotland. Milner, Hendo, starting in midfield in 2023. Wow, says Eamon Kelly. Exactly. There you go. There is the comment right there. 4-3-3 just can't work with these set of players, says Aske. It doesn't look like it. And I did say today, why not go 4-5-1 away from home? Why not go 4-5-1 for the first half anyway? Play maybe, I don't know, maybe I could have played Jota up there. I know if Nunez is fit. Nunez wasn't there today. We did miss him, but you could play him up on his own and just play attacking players and flood the midfield to try take some control in the bloody game, plus protect your back 4. But I can't see Klopp changing much tactically this side of the summer. I just can't see it. Scotland will be the tricky game, says Seamus. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Mana Singh from Menace and the Monk is in the house. Dave tonight could make an insomniac fall asleep, says Manus Singh from Menace and the Monk. Check out Menace and the Monk. They're absolutely flying at the moment himself. Manus and Needy. I'll have to get back on your channel, because you guys got to get back on here, because there's a lot to talk about if you're a Liverpool fan. Check out Menace and the Monk. Top class channel. Milner plus Henderson age combined is around 70. Retirement coming in, baby. Retirement coming in. The Scotland game will be tough. Yes, absolutely. You've got to win it. If you're gonna win the Grand Slam, we're talking about rugby here. You gotta win. I mean, it's Scotland, and then it's England at home to win it. Shocking, pal. So stale, slow, no leadership. Players coasting through this season, says the upper tier. Niall from the upper tier. Another great channel on YouTube. Check out Niall from the upper tier. Hit it. Give him some love. Give him a sub. Hit that like button, guys. Let's go. Let's get that like button up. We need a whole new defence and a whole new midfield. As I did say the other day, Liverpool's problems are not only in midfield, it's defensively as well. Right back at centre half is needed, plus 2 or 3 midfielders. I think if you get Diaz back and you don't lose anybody up front, I think you're probably okay. But certainly midfield and now defence is a problem. And that's why I'm saying it will not be sorted in one window. It's a 2 or 3 window trick. A lot of people won't want to hear that, and it's a lot of money. But if we can bring 3 quality players in the summer, a centre half and 2 midfielders, I think I'd be happy. Do we need more than that? Yes. Will we get more than that? Highly unlikely. I think 3 or 4 will leave and 2 or 3 will come in. Hopefully 3. As you say, maybe Jude Bellingham and Matthias Nunes off Wolves, and maybe that lad Gavardol, I think his name is, of RB Leipzig, the Croatian centre half. Would you be happy that? Would you want Trent? And would you want right back cover? Calvin Ramsey's always injured. I mean, would you want more than that? I don't know. Depends who leaves up front. If Bobby leaves, would you want someone else there as well? I don't know. Hubert here, spot on, Mick. Continually going back to Van Dijk, even when not under pressure. Yeah, just keep giving the fucking ball. Redknapp reckons we need 2 players. I don't listen to Redknapp, to be fair. I don't. Redknapp, that's just complete bullshit. 2 players, yeah, 2 players in midfield, maybe another 2 in defence. Maybe that's what he meant. But even if the match had gone on for another 2 hours, we would have failed to score. Look, even if we would have won that game 1-0 with a late win, it would have papered over the cracks. Anyway, a late winner there would have papered over the cracks, really. There wasn't much positivity or anything other than a clean sheet, and we were lucky to get a clean sheet tonight. So that was the big thing tonight. Van Dijk is looking like a shadow of his former self, says Seamus. Yeah, sadly. We need a new midfield and defence. Absolutely. Look, guys, all this costs money. You've got to have the right players coming in. We've mentioned 3 or 4 players there, which we'd all love. I'm sure other teams want them too. Bellingham seems to be the one I think we'll get, but that will not just solve the problem. Klopp's post-match interview has become so irritating, says Niall from the upper tier. Yeah, he's saying a few awkward things at the moment. I mean, what can he say? Most managers will not criticise their players, no matter how bad they are. I mean, it's just not a done thing professionally. You used to see them midweek, you'd to see them back in the dressing room, you'd probably be on a coach or playing with them or whatever, on the train with them tonight, going back. It's just not done. You can have a little quiet word with them maybe on the training ground or in your office tomorrow or Monday, but it wouldn't be done on Sky Sports because they'd be blown all out of proportion, and it's probably the right thing to do. But sometimes it's good to speak the truth, isn't it? Sometimes it's good. And a lot of people don't do it. I think it's not done in the world today, unfortunately. Journalists and everything else, it's just not done anymore. It's not the good thing to do. It's not good to speak the truth anymore. FSG funding, the big rebuilds, is Seamus laughing, of course. Supreme Nick 17, it's getting so hard. It was a hard watch tonight. I have to say it was a hard, tough watch tonight. By the way, tomorrow, put a note in your diary. Tomorrow at 1 p.m, lunchtime, I'm going to do a live show with Courtney Neary, big Liverpool fan, Liverpool Scouse girl, Liverpool fan, crazy fanatic. She's a big channel. She does her own stuff on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But Courtney Neary tomorrow at 1 o'clock to get her side of the story from the Scouser in Liverpool. 1 o'clock tomorrow, live. That should be fun, guys. So hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. Picking players and then saying they were tired from Tuesday. He's beginning to look like stuff going around in circles. Well, Niall, I mean, it is going around in circles. It is going around in circles. That's the problem. It's going around in circles. Do you remember me? Says Supreme Nick. I do remember you. You were in a few times, weren't you? What's up with Carvalho? Why is he not playing? Haven't got a clue. I just don't have a clue. And I do like Fabio Carvalho. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'd play Keller and drop Becker for a few games, says Tommy. I didn't think that. Look, Alisson looked a bit nervy at in the first half, especially maybe because he gave that goal away against Madrid. I have a feeling, unfortunately, that Caoimhe Kelleher is going to go in the summer. I think Liverpool will probably get about 20 million for him, and he can play first team football, he can play Premier League football, he can be a first team goalkeeper. I think his time is up as a second team goalkeeper. I would love him to stay, but I just think for Ireland internationally, for himself, for his growth, the age he's at, I think he needs to play football. He needs to play first team football. He's not going to get ahead of Alisson unless there's an injury. So I think keep an eye on that one. I think Kelleher goes in the summertime, guys. Sadly. Why do we extend Jones's contract? Can anyone give a good answer? I think Jones has had he's had a few injuries. He's been really promising scouser. He hasn't quite done it for me. He hasn't quite done it for Klopp. He'd have one or two good games and then backwards, similar to Gomez. Very similar trajectory to Gomez. Good, down, up, down, fluctuation basically. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, Jones, in the summer. If he tried to play 4-3-3 in a high line again against Man U, we are in for a spanking of a lifetime. Klopp's, please don't be one-dimensional, says Ash K. I think Keller will end up at Celtic. A few mates of mine are Celtic fans and are saying they are interested. Yeah, maybe, but would they have 20 million to play for a goalkeeper? I don't think so. Cause Jones is probably our best midfielder apart from Stefan, says the upper tier. Look, Jones is young. He'll give you energy. Why was Jones not playing tonight? I mean, they're playing Milner in there. He's 37. Milner was in there. Keita, who hasn't really done anything for Liverpool, probably had 10 games in about 4 years for Liverpool. So why isn't Jones, who was on the bench, why isn't Jones playing tonight? There's the big question. You don't remember me, do you? Says Supreme Nick 17. I remember the name, but maybe you change your name. I don't know. Who are you? Supreme Nick 17. Jones is shite, says Tommy Walker. I hope none of Curtis Jones' family are watching this show tonight. Stephen Somerville, Irish rugby. For me, Gomez, Fabinho, Milner, Keita, Ox, Hendo and Jones have to go. This Klopp team, it's time to rebuild big time and bring in Klopp's new team and stop letting this current team age. It'll take time, Steve. Hope you're well. It'll take time, my friend. It will absolutely take time and money. As I say, it'll be more than one window to sort this mess out. I was here after the Real Madrid. I do remember you, Steve. Supreme Nick 17, yes? You popped in to one or two of my live shows for like an hour. Fair play to you, bro. Fair play to you. Carvalho will be moved on, says Gary Richards. I don't know about that, Gary. He's a young lad. He hasn't really been given a chance, has he? There's still time for him. Ox has to go also. Well, Ox and Naby are on a free in the summer, so presumption is they are going to go. Carvalho, the new Ben Davies hologram, says the upper tier. Oh my God, the holograms are all coming out tonight. The Ben Davies hologram from the, basement studio at Anfield. Don't worry, you don't remember now, but you will know the name. No problem, my friend. Yes, absolutely. Much appreciated for you popping in. Hit that like, hit the share. I'm going to stay on for another little while. As I say, my Saturday night's ruined with that 0-0 bore draw. My God. Absolutely ruined. Can we bring Gerrard back as a reserve team under 18s coach role for some positivity? I can't believe how bad we've been season. We are laughing stock, says Mick. Arthur Mello's back. He will sort out that midfield shame. So he is back in training. He played for the under-21s today. They beat Leicester 7-1 in an under-21s game. And apparently Ben Doak was absolutely on fire. Scored 2 and was involved in 5 goals. But Mello played full 90. So probably coming close to fitness. You never know. Arto melodramatic to sort out the midfield. Now that would be, I pity poor Mello, I really do. I really, really do pity Arthur Mello because he never got a chance. He's been injured. We signed him when he was injured. It was a stopgap. It wasn't a proper signing. Last 24 hours in the transfer window. I mean, you know, it was like picking a bloody, you know, a hitchhiker up on the road and saying, do you want to play in the coach? Do you want to play next week? Gets on the coach, nobody knows who he is, and all of a sudden he's in your team and then he's injured. So, yeah, that was a bit of a hitchhiker signing. Neat whiskey, Dave. It's not actually not whiskey. Do you know what it is? I'm breaking all to taboos tonight. It's not a whiskey. It's actually beer in a whiskey glass. I know. I couldn't care less at this stage. Liverpool have driven me to a beer in a whiskey glass. Mellow, another hologram. It's like managing FIFA, says Niall from the upper tier. As I said, check out the upper tier on YouTube, guys. Top class channel, and Menace and the Monk. Top class channel. Absolutely flying at the moment. What's happened to Curtis Jones? I absolutely haven't got a Solomon clue what's happened to Curtis Jones. Just hasn't cut it. Dave, do an 80s show to cheer us all up. 80s style live. Yeah, you know, we can talk about 80s if you want. We can, for next half hour, we can talk about Knight Rider, we can talk about the A team. I think Liverpool need a bit of the A team to come in and help them out with, you know, we really do. We need something big time. Beer and a whiskey, like our false nine. Absolutely. Yeah, bit of a false nine tonight, baby. We miss Thiago in that midfield. Thiago, Kanate, Diaz, Luis Diaz. I think we've missed Luis Diaz, to be fair. We really have missed Luis Diaz. How to get back good in 4 SA points. 1, get rid of FSG. 2, get Saudi owners. 3, buy Bellingham, Mbappe, and Gravidal, Casado before see our performances and walk away. 4, have trust in Klopp. We have trust in Klopp. There's no doubt about it, we have trust in Klopp. But do we have trust in the owners that are going to put the money where their mouth is and put their hand in their pocket? That's the big question. Imagine being a professional player at a club playing second fiddle to Naby Lad. Ooh, Michael, awesome in the house. How are you, Michael? Hopefully you're well, my friend. Absolutely. Not good, my friend. 0-0. Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 0. Instant reaction. Bit of a live show. Bit of a shit show. Wasn't good enough tonight, guys. Performance-wise, level-wise, energy-wise. Just wasn't good enough, was it? Wasn't good enough. Embarrassing. Could have lost that game. Could have easily have lost that game. And as I say, if you're playing Liverpool, and I'm sure Wolves and United will be looking at it, watching that game over. You're playing Liverpool. If you can't create chances up front with your front players, we'll give you 1 or 2 chances. We'll throw in 1 or 2 bonuses of chances for you to help you try create. That's the problem. That is the problem. It does my head in when Klopp smiles. It's funny. He needs to give his head. I can't read the end of that. The Championship has better benches. It's shocking, says Niall. But as I say, Kanate, Diaz, Thiago to come in. You could probably say the 3 of them start, you know. I'm not giving excuses. I mean, the team out tonight should have been good enough to beat Palace. We had 2 or 3 players on the bench. Should have been good enough to beat Palace. And it wasn't. And it wasn't. And it hasn't been all season. So many horrible back passes. I shudder when the ball goes back. And I mean, Alisson is usually top class with his feet. But he was a bit nervous tonight. Maybe because of the Madrid goal that the ball was played back and he hit it against Vinicius. And we all know the story there. They made it 2-2. But he just looked nervous tonight. Anytime a ball goes back, I'm just like that. Oh my God, you know. But they keep doing it. They keep fucking doing it. He might do well to try Trent in the middle. We've been talking about it, Michael, for ages. I even heard a thing on Twitter tonight that he thought Milner was going to play right back and Trent was going to start in midfield. But that didn't happen. I just can't see it. Dave, do you remember The Greatest American Hero? That 80s TV show. Do I what? I actually did a video of Klopp dancing with a mask on to The Greatest American Hero team tune. If you want to go way back to about 3 years ago when I started the channel. Greatest American Hero was absolutely great. Wow, what a show. I look at most 80s shows, but that was one of my favourites. The Visitors from Space. I think it's about 82. You'd Knight Rider, you'd Airwolf, you'd the A-Team. I mean, absolutely spoiled. Miami Vice, spoiled for choice. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, absolutely. We need MacGyver in the team, MacGyver. We need more than him. Yeah, we do need a MacGyver. We need a MacGyver in Michael Edwards and Julian Ward's shoes. We need MacGyver to come in for Julian Edwards in the summer because we need fixing, and we need fixing fast. Trent tracking back is like slow-mo scene from the Chariots of Fire. Do, 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 do. I know. And as I always say, Fabinho is like one of the Jackson 5, moonwalking all over the place. Looks like he's going forward, but he's actually going backwards. Moonwalking, baby. Whole midfield's moonwalking, to be fair. The club seems to be moonwalking at the moment. This will not be the season in the history books. We have to go through it anyway. Quote just from Klopp. Disappointing, to be honest, is quick day. This certainly will not be in the history books. It could be in the history books for a rebuild, or a rewrite, or a reset, maybe. Luca's in. How are you, Luca? Hit that like button, guys. Hit the share. Let's get up to 20. As I say, very disappointing tonight. Bored draw. But it wasn't even the draw away to Palace getting a point. It was the application. It was the application from Liverpool and the players, shrugging shoulders, giving away silly fouls, and just the overall application was just not there. Was not up to scratch. Was not up to scratch. Really nervous about the club's future, says Michael. Awesome. I think future... I'm not as nervous about the club's future. And I mean, especially Klopp, who'd be here for another 3 years, possibly even more. I think the way Klopp's been talking, he realises rebuild's incoming. Could take a year or two to get the rebuild right. So that's why I think Klopp might sign an extension until 2028. So he might even add another 2 years onto the 3 and make it 5 because he'll need that to rebuild. As I say, it'll be 2 or 3 windows to get the team he probably wants with aging players, and players just aren't up for it. So for me, I'm not worried about that. It looks like FSG are staying, and hopefully we get some sort of investment, outside investment. Certainly not worried for the club. We've been in worse places. I mean, I'm following Liverpool since mid-80s. We have been in worse places, believe me. But from the height we were, on the pedestal we've been in the last 3 or 4 years, to be where we are now, yes, that's worrying. That is worrying. Bring in Mello and Doak to change our fortunes, says Alan. Alan's in the house. How are you, Al? Hopefully you're well, my friend. Well, Ben Doak had a great game for the under-21s today. He scored 2, was involved in 5 to beat Leicester City 7-1 away in an under-21s game. And Arthur Mello started in midfield and played 90 minutes. Yes, Arthur Mello is real. But Ben Doak is one for the future, absolutely. Probably be on the bench for the Wolves game. Maybe Mello will too. I'm worried about next weekend. Well, the United game, I think, takes care of itself. I really do. I think the United game takes care of itself. Really does. The Wolves game, I'm more worried about Wednesday night at Anfield. That one where Groundhog Day could be on a constant loop for Liverpool. We will beat United. Be like the City game. Exactly, Crick Day. I think the United game just takes care of itself. I mean, the fans will make sure it takes care of itself. Similar to the Everton game, it takes care of itself, that game. The fans are up for it. It's a big game. I think the Wolves game Wednesday night at Anfield is a potential banana skin, to be fair. We will beat United. Be like, yeah. LFC never should ever have a transition season. Can you tell me when Fergie had a transition season? LFC in the 70s, 80s, had a transition season. It's different football now. It's all about money, unfortunately. 70s and 80s, it wasn't really about money. It's about good scouting, stuff like that. It's all money now. Sadly, I have to say, it's all about money. We need Mystic Meg, says Tommy Walker. Doak denied a hat-trick. Ball hit underside of the bar and in off the keeper, says Quick Day. Trent's reaction when Hendo blocked his free kick and it hit Hendo's head. And I think it was going in. That sums up Liverpool in one free kick, doesn't it? That sums up Liverpool in one free kick. Niall, absolutely. We need a J.R. Ewing in charge of transfers. He'll get it done. I do like your Dallas concept, of course. I used to love Dallas, actually. Who shot J.R.? Who remembers that? But we need Diaz back ASAP. Luis Diaz would, I told you, I keep saying it, one of our better players last year. We have missed him badly on the left. And hopefully he's back. But I still think he's 2 or 3 weeks away, guys. 2 or 3 weeks away. We need Luis Diaz. We miss him so bad, says Raza. Absolutely. We said the same about the real game, but we saw what happened. Our downfall started when we failed to buy a midfield replacement and letting Genie go. The genie was out of the bottle then, my friend. The genie was out of the bottle then, absolutely. So hit that like button. Let's get the 20 likes. What are we on? 16. We'll stay on for another little while. I might get myself another beer. Hit that like button. Might even talk 80s cartoons, movies, 80s, 90s if you want. For the last 10, 15 minutes, if you favourite movies, cartoons, music. Mix it with football. What a better mix. What mix do you want? Need Edwards back and leave him the reins with the transfers, says Quick D. Can't see it, but you never know. Maybe Edwards has just took a little sabbatical, a little time out, and maybe he'll come back in the summer. Maybe. Maybe. It's possible, because he hasn't gone to any other club. I know United and Chelsea were looking at him, hoping to get him, but he turned them down. 90-year-old Jordan Ayew leaving our players for dust, says Niall. Fucking hell. I know. On a Zimmer frame as well. He had a Zimmer frame on the pitch and he was actually leaving them for dust. That's the worry for me. That is the worry for me. I mean, what do we do, guys? We're going to have to wait till summer. Nothing much is going to change. There's going to be pain. I've said it the last 2-3 weeks. There's going to be more pain before we gain. There's going to be more pain before we gain. Absolutely. I just hope it's not pain next Sunday against United. I don't want to beat those bastards badly. But I think we'll turn up for that one. Still can figure out why we got so little money for Sadio Mane sale. Well, there's a lot of reasons. He'd only a year in his contract. He wanted to go. You know, a lot of reasons. He wanted to go. He wanted to go. He wanted to push. He told Liverpool at Christmas time before he went that he wanted to go. He'd had enough. He enjoyed what he had. That he was going to leave in the summer. He was pushing for a leave. And if you have an unhappy player, no matter how good he is, you've got to respect that and let him go. He was unbelievable for us. So I think Klopp respected him. It was, okay, we let you go. Yes, we should have got more than whatever it was, 34, 35 million. But he'd only a year left in his contract. So that's history, baby. That is, he's been injured for a while now for Bayern. Hopefully we can get Jude in the summer, says Mick Dunn. FSG out, Michael. Throws it in there. I don't think they're going anywhere. I don't think FSG are going anywhere anytime soon. As I say, there's going to be investment incoming, maybe a 5-10% sale. 300-400 million, and hopefully you can spend it in the summer and bring in 3 or 4 players, because we need players at the club and we need them badly. Will there be any new finances coming in to the club for summer signings? Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. It looks like there will be investment. Now, whether that's a 10%, 15% sale, if the club's valued at, say, 3.5 billion, between 3 and 4 billion, 10% you would presume is 300 million, 400 million. So if we can get 300 or 400 million in the summer, they won't spend it all in one go. That's absolutely will not do it. But we shall see. But we need 3 to 4 first team players in the summer. We need a centre half, Jude Bellingham, maybe Matthias Nunes off Wolves. You'll see him again Wednesday night at Anfield, and maybe even right back cover for Trent. I think at least, and depending on who leaves up front or what else happens. And that's before anybody leaves. Ox and Abbey are going to go on a free. That looks like it's a done deal that they're going to go. I remember who shot JR episode, but can't remember who shot him. Oh, was that young girl? What's her name? Look it up there, but it was a young brown-haired girl. When was the last time Salah scored a goal which wasn't from a goalkeeper making a mistake? Says Awaken World. I don't care how he scores. Once he scores, I mean, that's more important. Doesn't matter how you score, does it? Once you score. Really, at the end of the day, we won't need much money because we're already linked with every freebie under the sun, says Niall from the upper tier. Christine killed JR. There you go. Who shot JR? Her name is Christine, says Eamon Kelly. Straight in 80s style. Christine. I do remember that. Maybe I would have been only about 10 when it was on. It's talking about who shot JR, and it was crazy, 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 crazy. Madness went all around the world. It was the biggest thing when people only had 4 or 5 channels on telly, you know. Players leaving, I bet, will be Oxnabby, Keller, Matip, Adrian, Sepp Vandenberg, Bobby, and Millie Vanilli. I would say you're not far wrong. As I say, I have a feeling Caoimhe Kelleher will leave, but we'll get decent money for him. But don't want to see him go. But for his own career, I think he might have to go. Oh, Bobby Ewing in the shower, dreaming, says the upper tier. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going all Dallas style here. We're going all Dallas style. That match tonight reminded me of an episode from Falcon Crest. Never mind Dallas. Kristen, maybe it was. Yeah. Christine or Kirsten or whatever her name was. Pam Ewing, best looking girl ever. And Blondie, says Tommy Walker. Hope you're well, Tommy. Hopefully you are well. But after watching that shit show at Selhurst Park tonight, it is hard to be well. Dallas was brilliant, says Mick Dunn. We're easing into early 80s here from talking about a 0-0 draw at Selhurst Park. We're actually curving off, a little curveball off into like early 80s TV or sitcoms and, you know, soap operas type of thing, you know. Absolutely brilliant. Actually, might crack open another can here, guys. Hold on, hit that like button before I go. I want to get that to 20 before I come back. Let's go. Oh. Let's go, baby. The old leather coat. What do you think? Ow! The old MJ trick. Woo! Yeah, I remember I used to be on with Sean for Liverpool Football Talk, and we used to have a Starsky and Hutch night, if anybody you guys remember that. That was a long, long time ago. I am drinking whiskey, says Mick. What are you drinking? Is it water? Is it Coke? Is it milk? Is it beer? Is it whiskey? I think you need a few whiskeys after that. I do like this nice, though, from a can. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. But, yeah. Look, a little relaxing last 10, 15 minutes here. Was Pam not a brown ginger combo, says the upper tier. We're going 80s style now, baby. Get those 80s questions in. We have a hope against Madrid. Well, you always have a hope. There's hope in your heart. But 3-0, basically 5-2. 3 to get a draw. You never know, but the way we're playing at the moment, unlikely at best. I have a water in my whiskey. What is that, ice? Is that frozen water? The Reds are a soap opera right now. A Brookside soap opera right now is Liverpool. Glenroe music on and a panic doing the homework, says Crick D. On a Sunday night, yes, I absolutely do. Gay Born on the Late Late Show. Oh my God. I do. I guys, you know I like the 80s, early 90s. Friday night, if I'm having a beer, sitting down, I'm not watching television. I just don't really watch TV. It's YouTube. It's 80s. It's 80s ads. It's Christmas ads from the 80s, early 90s. It's, you know, intros and all this type of stuff, cartoons. Not watching full shows, but just intros and music and little clips here and there. It is just dreamland. Absolute dreamland. Bullseye on a Sunday was quality. One. And Bully's special prize, an empty Coke can. The presents or the prizes on the fucking Bullseye. You'd have a guy who lives in a 15-story flat and a 2-bed flat, and he wins a fucking speedboat. You know what I mean? It's star prize. It's a speedboat. If it was a car or a holiday, you'd say, okay, a speedboat, and I live in 15 stories. You know, with a penthouse in an apartment, and he wins a speedboat. Unbelievable stuff. Keep out of the black and in the red. I used to love it. Absolutely used to love it. I remember Glenroe top every Sunday and getting ready for school on a Monday. Yeah, I didn't really watch it, but it used to be on because there was hardly any channels. We had RT1, RT2, Channel 4 maybe, BBC 1, BBC 2, and ITV. That's about it for about 20 years. Super Channel came along and Sky 1 came along. Anybody remember Super Channel? That's a good one. Super Channel. Great for cartoons. I love 5 minutes from Glenroe. I live 5 minutes from Glenroe Farm. Sorry. Yes, I've been on Glenroe Farm as well, my friend. Look what you could have won. Here's your bus fare home, says Eamon Kelly. Oh my God. You've won a season ticket to Anfield. But I mean, the present surprises were just ridiculous. The generation game. So many. The Metal Mickey. Oh my God. I mean, just the very first show on Channel 4, early 80s when Channel 4 first came out. Dun, 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 and I made the 4. The very first show, I think this is a trivia question, was Countdown. Was it 83, 84, something like that? Countdown, still going today. That was the very first game show on Channel 4. I often wonder how they share the kitchens on Bullseye. Oh my God. Blockbuster, love Blockbusters. Used to be on a Friday, come out to school, Blockbusters. Bob Holness. B, please, Bob. S, please, Bob, for shite tonight. S for shite. It was absolutely shite. Wanderly Wagon and Bosco. Wanderly, wanderly wagon. Bosco, that little bollocks. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what was the name of the... And the door, he'd open the door, you know. And there was another one, the supermarket, Potato Head in the supermarket. Oh, I used to just, I mean, you look back at it now and go, I actually watched that shite. But I mean, just nostalgia, nostalgia. Absolute. Can we have a W, Jurgen? Well, holy God, said Miley. Yeah, rest in peace. Mick Lally, unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Most people in here, if they're English or anywhere else outside Ireland, won't know what the hell we're talking about. Wanderly Wagon and Glenroe. Yes, Dallas and Hill Street Blues. Remember Hill Street Blues on a Friday night? Midnight Caller. The guy, he's a radio DJ guy and he's always getting involved. Or Midsummer, what was it? Midsummer Wine and so many. Only Fools and Horses, of course. All these are still on Gold and things like that. All these shows are still on. But I mean, we're actually, I'm trying to get that 0-0 out of my head, guys, for the next 5-10 minutes. So trying to get that. I won't be able to get to sleep tonight thinking about that absolute shit show draw. So that's where we're going to finish it talking about 80s and 90s style here. Hill Street Blues. And you be careful out there. Oh, Hill Street Blues. I mean, it's one of the first real cop shows. New York, of course. Absolutely class show, wasn't it, Hill Street Blues? Yes, I do, Dave. Hill Street Blues was brilliant. Jessica Fletcher hated the sight of her. This is Crick D. Murder, she wrote, because she passed away, it was last year. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Angela Lansbury, of course. What else have we got, guys? What else? Ulysses 31. Ulysses, the A-team. We need the A-team right now. We need the A-team in the scouting department. Hannibal Lecter. You know, Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal and, Face and Mr. T. We need those guys. We need those guys getting a few players in the summer. That's what we need. Rest in peace, Angela Lansbury, yeah. Love Foggy from the last of the Summer Wine. Wind in the Willows. The wind in the willows. Oh, softly. Now, what a show that was. Where in the World? Yes. Where in the World was like a holiday program, wasn't it? Sunday night, I think. Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, we all faulty towers going further back. That's 70s, actually. Do you reckon Hutch's area was sore from landing on the bonnet of Starsky and Hutch? I actually have a photograph of myself. I think it's 78, maybe 77, 78, giving away my age now, with a Starsky and Hutch t-shirt on. I'm about 5. Yeah, it has to be 78. 5 with a Starsky and Hutch t-shirt on, sitting on the swings now. Wow, top level shit there, baby. Does the Angeles play at 6 o'clock on RTE? Don't watch RTE, but I still think it does, yeah. Know Your Sport, another great show. Grandstand, Saint and Greavesy, ITV, UTV, whatever you want to call it. Saint and Greavesy at lunchtime was a dream of a show. Both passed away recently, of course, rest in peace. Blackboard Jungle. I was actually on Blackboard Jungle when on the show, but in the crowd or in the audience way back in the 80s. And I'm in the very first episode of Fair City. Fair City is a soap opera in Dublin. It was made in September 1989. September 1989. I'm actually going to show you a plaque because they made it in my cul-de-sac as a kid for about 12 months. The producer's sister lived in my cul-de-sac, Fair City, and we were in a load of, with stand-ins and extras, but we're in the very, very first episode. I'm going down the road on a BMX with a Tom Cruise brown, what do you call them? They're like fighter pilot jackets, the brown leather with the white collar. You know those jackets? I'm about, whatever, 16, 17 on a BMX going down the road. Check it out. It's on the Fair City Pilot. That's me about 30 seconds in on the BMX. Absolute pilot jacket upper tier, yeah. What was the show? When they done charades. Twink and Derek Davis. Oh my fucking God. Oh. Pilot jacket, that was it. I'll show you now. I'll show you the Fair City plaque that we all got because they made the show in our bloody cul-de-sac. Okay, guys. Fair City, if you remember it. And there it is. September. First transmission of Fair City. September 1989. 8 o'clock. September 18th, 1989. On RTE. This will be worth a few quid in a few years' time. Wow. But Murphy's micro quiz. Oh my God. Lads, he's been waiting for his moments. Yeah. Well, it was about, do you know what? I think I got £20 at the time. There was no euros. It was £20 for like 30 seconds. 30 seconds of fucking. We were in 4 or 5 of the shows, all my brothers and stuff. But it was just great. It was a big thing back in 89. There was fuck all happening in 1989. Yeah, Mike Murphy. What was the prank show called? He did one on Gayborn. He did the one on Gayborn. Yeah, mailbag. Oh my fuck! I think BBC had something similar, where you send in complaints, a complaints thing on a Sunday, giving out about shows midweek. Mailbag. Oh, ball bag. Fucking absolute bullshit. As I said, guys, I will be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Dave's LLC Chats with Scouser Courtney Neary at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so pop in for that, guys. Jesus, I forgot all about that. Rest in peace, Gayborn. I love Gayborn. Maybe as a kid, when I was a kid, the odd time I'd mitch off school, this would have been now early 80s, this would have been 82, 83, in primary school, and you'd hear Gayborn on the morning show. He'd come on, I think it's 9 till 11 in the morning on RT1 radio. Then he'd do the Late Late Show on a Friday night. But you'd hear, I still heard his voice. Still hear his bloody voice ringing in my ears. Mick is like rest in peace. Mick is like RIP is here. RIP.ie, yeah. Sorry, Crick D is saying Mick is like RIP.ie here. All the legends are passed away, but there's nobody replacing them. That's it. There's nobody replacing the legends. The amount of legends that have died in the last 10 years. Michael Jackson, well, more than 10 years, that 2009. But, George Michael, Prince, Whitney Houston. I mean, just David Bowie. Legends. There's nothing coming in to replace them. Nothing I can see that's replaced them. Diego Maradona, Pele, all passing away, and there's nothing coming up to replace them. Tonight with Pat Kenny. Pat Kenny's still going news talk, of course. He did Late Late Show as well. I don't like him and Ryan Tuberty, to be fair. He's on Late Late Show now. I just don't rate him. I don't like him. I just something about him. I don't like him and Ryan Tuberty on the radio or on television. I just don't like his style, But as I say, guys, I'll finish this beer and we'll go. Today, tonight. Oh my God. Remember Panorama? There was some scary music, I think, for that one, wasn't there? It was Panorama, it was a BBC hard-hitting documentary, of course. The Minder. Love The Minder. He passed away as well recently. You know, and absolutely brilliant, the minder. You just don't make them like that anymore, guys. They do not make them like that anymore. I can't stand Pat Kenny, the Sweeney, the Sweeney. That's 70s, CI5, the professionals, Bodie and Doyle. There's another one. I think they're more late 70s type of thing and came through into the 80s. Minder was brilliant. The professional CI5. Cagney and Lacey. Do you remember that one? The two girls, the two detectives, Cagney and Lacey. The famous five. We are the famous five. Van Dyke, Matip and Trent. And Gomez and Ali. We are the famous five. Well, they were famous five, but I do remember famous five. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm really crying watching YouTube when it's 80s, 90s, because it brings it back. It brings back the pennies ads, the Duns ads. Pennies, got a whole lot of things for Christmas. Got a hot for a family. The famous six. The famous six is right, baby. Let's talk about six, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the trophies, all the things that we can't be. Let's talk about six. Let's talk about six. We did talk about six in 2019, of course. Chips. Oh, chips on the motorbikes. California Highway Patrol. Did like chips. Love chips. Do like chips. Absolutely brilliant was Chips. Yes, absolutely. 70s as well. 70s as well, Chips. Has to be said. Yeah, love Chips. I mean, Chips, Knight Rider. Knight Rider. Michael. Yeah. I mean, Knight Rider, Airwolf, the intros. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Daisy Duke, of course. Yeah. The Duke boys, the Duke brothers. Oh my God. Street Rider. I think that was Street Hawk. I think you're thinking of Street Hawk. Upper tier. I think you're thinking of Street Hawk. The guy on the black motorbike. I think it's Street Hawk. The Frost Zone is in, of course. Mr. Gunner himself. Hopefully you're well, my friend. We're talking about the shit show 0-0, but we're also going 80s, 90s style here. So hit that like button. One more for 20. Street Hawk, I think it was. Yeah, I did like Street Hawk. Automan. Do you remember Automan? He lived in the computer. He was like a cursor. I think his name was Cursor. And he'd fly around corners at 90 degrees at about 2 million miles an hour. Manimal. Manimal, the guy who could change into, like, I think it was a panther, an eagle. Unbelievable. Manimal was absolutely brilliant. Back to the Future, that's where the Reds like to be. Original Gunner is in the house. Yeah, guys, I do love that, and I would love to add music to all these intros, but the problem is you get copyrighted. That's the problem. I mightn't have got copyrighted on StreamYard. I might do a StreamYard one midweek or next weekend because I don't think they'll copyright you on StreamYard. But on YouTube, where I am now, they will copyright you. It's crazy. Mick Dunn is saying hello to Gunner, the original Gunner, of course. Absolute legends in the house. Guys, what an absolute shit show. Absolute shit show tonight. 0-0 at Selhurst Park. And it has made us waltz into the 80s. It has made us waltz into this late 70s, early 80s to take the madness away. And I do like doing that, to be honest. And I will do more of it. Hopefully with a bit of music, actual music, and say, guess that intro. You know, guess this, guess that type of thing. For real, Michael. Been too long, mate. Yeah, have a nice little chat there between the original Gunner and Michael Dunn. The Hulk was brilliant. David Banner, yes. A lot of legends in the chat. The legends continue. Not many legends on the pitch tonight, baby. Not many legends on the pitch at Selhurst Park tonight. Absolute shit show tonight, guys. Really was. Got to earn the badge, earn the wage. Got to do more. Wednesday night, it's Liverpool Wolves at Anfield, then United on the Sunday, and they do not want to be playing like they have tonight against either team. Either team. I think Wolves is a potential banana skin, but I think United takes care of itself. I really do. Hit the like, everyone, says the Frost Zone. Absolutely, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show us your love, and check out the upper tier. And check out Menace and the Monk, 2 top-class channels in the house. But as I say, I'm live tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Courtney Neary, big Scouse fan. So tomorrow at 1, pop in and say hello, guys. Do you remember in the 80s, Liverpool FC were the best team on the planet, says Tommy? Do I what? I start following them around 84, 85, so absolutely. The big one for me was the Mexico 86. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was an absolute dream, Mexico 86. The Spanish 82 was a bit young for that, but Mexico 86, I was 13. I'm giving the age away, baby. 50 in April. 50, 5-0 in April. I'm hoping to get off to Liverpool to probably do some. Ravi is in the house. Ravi, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you are well. Ravi Bakari is in. Not a happy camper after that 0-0, Ravi. But we're talking about 80s and 90s cartoons, movies, music, as well as that shit show at Selhurst Park tonight. Yo, I'm good. No, well, I'm good having a beer in my hand, drinking out of a whiskey glass with a beer in it. That just shows you how disorientated I am after watching that shit show at Selhurst Park tonight. There will be no ratings tonight. There will be no highlights tonight. The highlights are in Harvey Elliott's hair. That's where they'll stay. I wouldn't even say match of the day could find highlights tonight for that game. There was no highlights tonight. There was none to be seen. You know, we hit the bar, okay, once or twice, but that's about it. That was about it. No control, no energy, no nothing, no composure. Absolute shit show. Liverpool, I don't let them ruin my day, says Ravi. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't either, because they've been doing it recently. A lot. You know, we just expect so much from them now, I think, as well. The expectancy level's gone way up. You know, it wasn't a few years ago, there was no real expectancy there. I mean, a 0-0 draw at Palace would have looked to have been a decent result pre-Klopp. But now the expectancy level was so high and the drop-off so low, that's, you know, the mixture for disaster. You know what I mean? Dave, I will still back Liverpool fully out, but I can't let them get to me. No, well, look, not get to me. I mean, I have to do these shows and I have to do pre-match, post-match, do a bit of stuff on Twitter, Instagram. As I say, I'll be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock as well. But it can ruin your... I mean, let's put it this way. If we lose to Man United next Sunday, I have a lot of Mank fans, friends, that will be in your face Monday morning going to work. You know, make your Monday uncomfortable. And I do not, for one thing, want to lose against them next Sunday. No matter what we take out of the season, I want to beat them next Sunday. Absolutely. Yeah, Ravi, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, we've got to get what we can out of the season. There's only a few league games left. Okay, we've got the game in the Bernabeu, but that's another podcast. But we've league games to play. We're clinging on. We're literally, you know, fingernail stuff here for top 4. Will it happen? Unlikely, especially tonight. I did say yesterday, if we can get 7 points for the next 3 games, we have a chance. But that means now we have to beat Wolves and we have to beat United to get to 7 points, because we only got 1 point tonight. So I'm not going to stay on much longer. Tommy Walker's gone. Tommy, thank you very much for popping in. As I say, live tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Courtney Neary. Should be good. Pop in and say hello. Put the notifications on. I don't even know if notifications work. I really don't. I mean, I've over 7,600 subs and we only get in about 20, 30 live. So who knows? Who knows if they work? City to win the league for you, Dave. Eamon Kelly. Do you know what? I would have said City about 3 weeks ago. Arsenal are grinding your results. They got a good 1-0 away at Leicester today. Martinelli scored a grind. They came back against Villa. They were twice losing the game, came back to win 3-2. They beat United in Old Trafford. They still have to play us at Anfield. But I think Arsenal have got a really, really good chance And if they don't win it this year, they won't win it for a long time. Because they've caught Liverpool at a really bad moment. They've caught City at a bad moment. City are not themselves. Can City catch them? Yes. Yes. But I think Arsenal, the pressure will tell now with about 10 games to go. But let's see. At the moment, they're doing really well. So I'd like Arsenal to win it, to be fair. Arsenal will win the league, says Mick Dunn. Dave, Milnerson and Naby in midfield showed no creativity, says Ravi. Oh my God, we know that. I mean, absolute shit show, absolute shit show. Notifications barely work for me. I've had your notifications on for a while, but I barely get them. I don't think even notifications work, I just don't know. I'd be on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chat, so usually if I'm saying I'm going live, I'd put something on a post here, I put it on YouTube or Twitter. That's usually how I do it. Dave, did you ever watch cartoons? What? Did I what? Is there beer in this glass? Absolutely watch cartoons. I used to love them. You used to get up at 7:30 on a Saturday morning when you can't get up for school to watch cartoons. We played Millerson before and it never worked. That was the same midfield, guys. I just want to run this by us before we leave. I know it's a few years ahead, but a few years back. I'm going to go back in time here. That was the same midfield. Naby Ladd, Milli Vanilli, and Henderson. That was the same three that beat United 5-0 at Old Trafford. The same three started in midfield. I know it was a year or two ago when they were younger, but that was the same. That's how mad and wild it is. Naby scored that they played really well. Hendo and Millie. That was the same three that played against United, and we won 5-0. So, do you know MGM cartoons? I know every single cartoon, my friend. I loved cartoons as a kid. Absolutely loved them. Not going to stay on much longer though. We're now in after a 0-0 bullshit show at Selhurst Park where, to be fair, it was embarrassing. It was poor. Could have lost it. Probably should have lost it. Got the point. Got to move on. What can you do? Can't stand still. Got to be beating Wolves Wednesday night and got to be beating United. Can we do that? Who knows? Guys, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Talk soon. Hit the like, hit the share. As I say, tomorrow, live at 1 p.m. with Courtney Neary to talk all things Liverpool. Should be interesting. Stay safe, guys. Talk soon. Never walk alone. Let's go. Cheers.